Hi there, students. Gabble. To gabble. To gabble means to talk really quickly. In fact, to talk so quickly that it's difficult or even impossible to understand. So, for example, he gabbled his speech, and thus it was difficult to understand what he was saying. He gabbled his presentation because of nerves, and I had to ask him to slow down. So you know when you go into an interview or you're giving a presentation, when you start, you're really nervous and you have this tendency to gabble. Yeah, so when giving a speech, try not to gabble. They were gabbling away in Spanish and he couldn't understand a word they said. So they were talking to each other rapidly in Spanish. Yeah, I asked him a question and he gabbled something to his friend in Chinese and then gave me the answer. Okay, so to gabble, to speak really quickly. Maybe so quickly that you can't understand a word they said. He was so excited that he gabbled unintelligibly. So, to gabble can also mean to talk about something unimportant, but rapidly and incessantly, on and on. The two old ladies met on the street and stood there gabbling for 2 hours. Prattling, blathering, blabbering, jabbering. Okay, this word to gabble has another meaning. So, you know a goose, one goose, two geese, this big bird. Well, a group of geese is called a gabble. You have a herd of sheep, but a gabble of geese. And you know the sound a gabble of geese make? That is also to gabble. So the gabble of geese were gabbling. So I think that's part of this idea of speaking rapidly and unintelligibly. Yeah, it's like listening to a group of geese and you can hear the sounds, but you just don't know what they're saying. Okay, so to gabble, to speak rapidly, either so that it's difficult to understand, or to speak rapidly but so fast that it's impossible to understand. When somebody's not excited, nervous, afraid, worried, very often they will gabble. Just slow down and speak clearly. And then to gabble, to chat rapidly, to chat, speaking rapidly with someone about irrelevant, stupid things, and to go on and on, not to just finish like that, to continue. Okay, let's see, to gabble. This is a regular verb. They gabbled all day. They have gabbled every day they have met. So a regular verb. And then the next question, formality. I want to give it, I think, a 5 in formality. I think it sounds good slightly informally, although I think this verb is flexible and you could use it in a conversation in the pub, and I think you could also use it in a formal document. I think in the formal document only the meaning of to speak rapidly and difficult to understand, or to speak rapidly and impossible to understand. But I don't think I would use the long, ridiculous chat formally, in a formal sense. Okay, now next thing to look at is the origin. Yeah, well, it comes from the word gab plus le. You might have heard the phrase the gift of the gab. Yeah, kiss the Blarney Stone and you get the gift of the gab, the gift of speaking eloquently. And this is related to your mouth, your gob. Yeah, it's a very informal word for a mouth. Okay, so this comes from a Norse word gabber. And then let's see, gabber, this meaning to mock. Or to joke about something. And that comes from Proto-Germanic gabana, meaning, yes, to gape or to split. And then we even have an Indo-European word, gava, which has a similar meaning, I think. So, anyway, to gabble. I hope I haven't been gabbling in this video. Because if I'm gabbling, it's really hard for you to understand anything I'm saying. That is a really good example of gabbling. You go on and on so quickly, it's really impossible to hear exactly what I'm saying. So, yeah, Alex, please stop gabbling and speak slowly. Yeah, it's really difficult to understand what you say when you gabble. So there you go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Gabble.